True to hole, Zeta, true to hole.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Those Were the Days, or some of you guys call it All in the Family. I usually call it Those Were the Days because that is the line that they sing at the very end of the theme song called Those Were the Days. So, yes, this episode should be pretty interesting. I know I say that a lot. Every episode is pretty interesting until we get a little bit more into the middle of the seasons. I think there's about 10 to 12 seasons of All in the Family, and as most shows go, not all of them can be gems, and sometimes not even all of them can be relatively good. Towards the end, it does kind of dry out. Things start to wrap up for the family itself, and there's really just nowhere else to take it before they reboot it into Archie's place. So, right now we're only in season 3, so we're still pretty good on the plenty of good content, new stuff going on. They're not repeating any kind of narratives, they're not bringing back characters, and they're not wrapping up storylines, if you will. So, with that being said, let's find out what's going on in the bunker house. Here we go.
Those were the days. How do you do and how do you do?
Okay, Archie seems to be happy.
Archie, are you all right?
Right.
No, Edith, I'm singing because I just got hit by a Mack truck.
Well, it would explain the singing, though.
Sensational news. Are you ready?
Yeah, I can hardly wait.
Right.
Remember Hank Phillips from the gas station?
Yeah?
Okay.
He's dead.
Okay, I don't see how that's great, but...
A guy dies and you're happy?
Right.
Wait a minute. I didn't say that.
Kinda did.
I'm only happy because the guy can't bowl no more, that's all.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm waiting 6 years to get a spot on this special bowling team.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry the guy is dead, but that's life.
Fair.
You saying that getting on a bowling team is more important than a man's life?
Kind of.
1, I didn't say that, and 2, I wasn't talking to you when I said that.
Fair.
You know what I got here for you? New laces for my bowling shoes.
It's a gift for her, for him.
You make sure that the ends come out even because I want to tie a perfect bow.
Okay.
Never seen you so excited about going bowling.
Right.
It ain't just going bowling. I got to try out.
Ah, okay.
Because them guys is the cream of the crop. They're the top bananas, the pick of the litter. Whoop.
Okay.
How do you want me to lace these?
True to hole, Zeta, true to hole.
Right. It's kinda how you do it.
I mean, do you want me to lace them over or under?
Oh, okay.
What's the difference? Explain it to me. I said, what's the difference? Who the hell cares?
Right.
Will you stop yourself and lace the shoes?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it if it's so important?
Moose Hansen, the captain of Cannonballers, is coming over any minute to pick me up.
Okay.
That's right, Moose Hansen, the most respected guy in the whole bowling league.
Okay.
What makes him so respected?
Right.
Standing out in front of bowling alley on the street, there's having an argument with some jerk.
Okay.
And this jerk comes up with his final paint, see?
Okay.
And he thinks he's really put the moose away. You know what the moose done?
What?
Okay, here we go.
He went and pulled the door off the guy's car.
I guess that's one way of winning an argument.
An intelligent man.
Yeah, true.
I'll tell you about another time Moose was at the bowling alley, wanted to telephone his wife, you know?
Right.
There's some weirdo creepo in there, and he won't get out.
Right.
You know what Moose done?
Ripped off the door?
Tore the door off the phone booth.
Right.
Did I tell you this story?
No, something similar, though.
No, but what else would a bright, rational, tactful man like the Moose do?
Right.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, your friend is a bonehead.
Yep.
And I don't want to hear any talk like that when Moose Hansen gets here.
What are you going to say to Barney Hefner?
Uh-oh.
Well, you always go bowling with him on Tuesday nights.
Oh,
True.
because I got to bowl against 2 other guys, and I got to beat them.
And
Right.
then they'll put you on the team?
That's right.
Maybe.
Get on the Cannonballers, you got to be, special kind of guy.
Wait a second.
Right.
I'm saying that the cannonballers is all cut from the same hunk of cloth.
So they're all white.
Mixing in, know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The cannonballs are restricted.
Right.
Oh, it's discrimination keeping a guy out because of what he is.
Okay.
Keep nobody out because what he is. To keep a guy out maybe because of what he ain't.
I think that's kind of the same thing.
If he ain't a good bowler, he ain't getting in.
Right.
And if he ain't white and Protestant?
Oh, okay. There's that.
Letting anybody in no matter what color he is, no matter what religion he is. That's what this country's supposed to be about.
Okay.
Get out of here. That's only for the civil service. They all want to be with their own kind. That's what, I'll give you an example. Take your colors up in Harlem.
Okay.
You're saying black people live in Harlem because they want to?
Certainly.
Okay.
Suppose a relative comes up from the South, wants to see his family. He don't have to go searching all over town.
Here we go.
All he's got to do is go up, stand on the corner of 125th Street and Lenox Avenue, and the family turns up.
Oh, okay.
Because if your brain ever heard what your mouth was saying, you'd cut your throat.
Right.
Sorry I'm late, Michael, but I stopped on the way home to buy you a present.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Archie, ain't that sweet?
Sure.
No, it makes me sick. When are they going to stop behaving like married people?
Right.
Present. She never buys me no presents.
Well.
Great!
He has a purse now.
It's a small men's carry-all.
I'm not carrying a purse.
Or a merce now.
Holy cow, a purse!
Right.
Oh, that's just gorgeous there. To buy a matching pantyhose?
Right.
You're really sick.
What's wrong with that?
If you don't know, buddy, I'll spell it out for you.
Right.
F-A-G, fruit.
Just because something looks a little bit different to you, you have to put a label on it, right?
Sure.
Well, if the purse fits, well.
Don't you see how practical this bag is for men? It'd be great even for you.
Okay.
Put everything in just one bag.
Nice carry-all.
It's European.
Right.
No man wears a purse. Case closed.
Nope. We have backpacks sometimes.
Lots of men wore purses.
Like who?
Well, like Robin Hood.
Okay. Or we put stuff in jackets. Get those deep pocket hoodies.
Robin Hood was an English fag.
Okay.
That's why the sheriff run him into the woods.
Wow. Okay.
Can't we just have a nice, quiet dinner for once? No arguing.
Right.
Dinner, I gotta get going, but, you two girls, sit down and eat it.
Stop with that.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
You're going bowling without eating?
Right.
And I gotta be in tiptoe form.
Okay. I would think that eating would help, but you know.
All he is to be walking around on your best foot, know what I mean? Because a man is known by the family he keeps.
Okay.
None of your dingbat remarks, huh? If you feel like saying anything at all, don't.
Right.
When he's here, you try behaving like the little lady you was before you married this guy. All you gotta do is just say hello and excuse yourself to the tailor.
Right.
I'm gonna do you a big favor. I'm gonna leave the house altogether, all right?
There you go.
Mike's taking this out.
You want to eat, you better bring your own dough.
That was a decent jab.
Moose, this is the little lady Edith over here. Say hello. How'd you do?
Right.
She's told us a lot about
Put
you,
a lid
Mr.
on it, a lid on it, a lid on it. I got all the equipment ready. The bowl is all polished up there in the bag.
Right.
But I'm looking forward, to them monthly smokers.
Hey, Arch, come here.
That's my elbow there. That ain't a car door. That's flesh and bone.
That's a cannonballer's secret. Who told you about that?
Right.
Hank Phillips.
You know he could get kicked out for that if he wasn't dead?
Right. If he wasn't dead.
This shirt goes great with my new bed.
Oh boy. That face.
Who's this, Arch, your other daughter?
Thanks for helping me out there, Michelle.
Archie! How did everything go?
Doesn't look pretty good.
You didn't make the team.
Edith, I didn't say that.
Right.
What, are you trying to jinx me or something? I just said I didn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Hey, you! Hey, what are you doing here? Put down the phone.
Okay.
Phone!
I got a crazy man here. I'll call you
Put
back.
down that phone! It's down! Leave it down!
Okay.
I got a call coming in.
Well, I had a call going out.
True.
You made a cost me membership in the Cannonballers wearing that place of yours tonight.
Right.
Can't you all tell when the guy is, what do you call, tensed up?
Okay.
Get over here and do the jigsaw puzzle or something. Eat it. What are you doing over there? Don't you want to hear what happened?
Well, you told everyone to go over and do the jigsaw.
You said you wanted us to leave you alone.
Right?
There's 3 of us bowling for the same spot, see? All right.
Okay.
Doug Simmons, he goes first. Now, tonight he goes crazy.
Okay.
He bowls 167. I'm watching him. I'm sweating bullets.
It's decent.
Puts his arm around my shoulder. He says, hey, Yards, don't get your bowels in an uproar. Now, you know, a thing like that is bound to give a guy courage, you know?
Right. It's motivational speech of the year.
Bowling, wham, bam, I bowl 172. Not my best, but very good.
Okay.
It's 1, 2 strikes in a row. I can't look no more.
Wow.
Watch the game. And then tell me how it comes out, because I can't stay here and
Okay.
I want to get on the Cannonballers team so bad I can taste it.
Should have stayed there.
Bowling shirts the Cannonballers have, a gorgeous yellow silky with...
Right.
And you look good in yellow.
Yeah, I look good in yellow.
Right.
They got a picture of a cannon firing a bowling ball against pins, you know? Well, when you got something like that on your back, you really know you're somebody.
Right.
I could always find you in a crowd.
Of course, on the front of everybody's shirt, see right here in the pocket, they got the guy's nickname.
Okay.
And Cannonballers got some great nicknames. Like for the tall guy, you know, they got Shorty.
Right.
And for the big fat guy, they got Skinny there.
Right.
I ain't made up my mind what my nickname's gonna be yet.
Handsome.
Oh, well, she doesn't get the concept, but okay. Or maybe she does.
Of course, the name's gotta be the opposite than what the guy is.
Why don't you just use your initials? A.B.
Right.
What kind of nickname is that?
Well, and they can all call you A.B.
Abby who? Abby Normal.
You gotta admit you'd be the only A.B. on that team.
That's the phone. I'll get it. I'll get the phone. Get away from the phone.
Right.
Just make it short and sweet. I want to know about Charlie Green.
Okay.
What did he bowl? Oh, boy, thanks for telling me, baby. I could kiss you.
He could kiss a guy, but he won't carry a purse.
I'll talk to you later. Thanks a million for calling me. Yahoo, I'm in.
There you go.
Charlie Green only bowled 172.
Right.
Didn't you tell me that you bowled 172?
That's right.
Okay.
Green tied.
That's right.
Well, how do you know they didn't pick Charlie Green over you?
Right.
Plus, as I told you before, which you forgot, it ain't only the bowling.
Right.
The guy, see? Like where he's from, who he is, what he is.
Right.
Possible that Charlie Green is Jewish.
Even better for me, he's a spade.
Oh.
And you're happy about belonging to a team that won't let a man in just because he's black?
There you go.
Well, I didn't make up the rules. I just go by them.
Right.
Go back and do your jigsaw puzzle, huh?
Okay.
Come on, it's 8:30. We can't keep them Ollies waiting. Let's go bowling, pal.
Right.
Well, Barney, see, I already been bowling.
Okay.
What do you mean you already been?
I made the Cannonballers tonight.
Hey, put it there, pal. The Cannonballers. Woohoo!
Okay.
Yeah, well, Barney, being a Cannonballer, I don't think I can bowl you no more.
Right.
Once you make the major leagues, you don't want to play with the bush leaguers no more.
Because it's Sunday morning beer league hockey, you pheasant.
Oh, okay.
I don't see it, Arch, but I feel it. It's sticking right back here.
Right.
And I'll tell you something else, Archie. I ain't being friends with you no more.
That's fair.
Honey, you're jealous.
You're a jerk, Arch.
And that's actually kind of true.
What do I care? I got plenty of friends, and I got new friends, too.
Right.
Friends who are going to do some good for me.
Yeah, like rip the door off your car.
Did I tell you about the annual banquet of the Cannonballers?
No.
Okay.
The annual banquet, which means once a year, see?
Right.
Pick you up in a big special bus to take you out there, first class all the way.
Okay.
And then in the bus, they got a keg of beer, see?
Right.
They pass out them big salty pretzels, see?
Okay.
Feast like you never seen before. All the cold cuts and potato salad you can shove in.
Nice.
It's all over, I go up and get my trophy.
Right.
You know you're gonna win one.
Everybody wins one, Edith.
Right.
I mean, there's a trophy for high series. There's one for best single game.
Okay.
Most likely to improve. A bowler with the best personality.
Right.
Ball with the most prejudice.
Why don't you go take a run and jump into the middle of Lake Pollock?
Just watch it, huh? Just stop
I'll
with
get
that.
it. I'll get it, Edith. I'll get the door. You just get me something At the door. You just get me something to eat. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Right.
Hey, and I bet I know what you come back to tell me, huh?
Okay.
Isaac, I got bad news for you. You didn't make the team.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
We had to take Charlie Green.
But why?
Okay.
Pressure, Arts, pressure. The league committee, the coloreds on the other teams.
Right.
I bowled as high as Charlie Green.
That's the problem.
Right.
If you'd have beat him, we could have taken you, but you didn't, so we had to take Charlie.
True. Okay.
Bowled as good as you, Arch. And I'll say this for Charlie, he sure looks good in yellow.
Wait a minute, I look good in yellow.
Right.
I don't like this any more than you do. But you can't fight it. The world's changing.
Right.
And every time it changes, it gives me another kick in the butt.
That's fair.
I'll tell you what, if anyone else dies, we'll call you first.
Wow.
Oh, take it away again, Edith. I ain't hungry no more.
Right.
You was hungry as a horse. That's when the horse was a different color. Charlie Green is the new cannonballer.
Right.
Oh, Archie, you didn't make the team.
Nope.
Maybe you'll get another chance.
You know.
Yeah, I will. Moose Hansen just told me. I'm next on the death list.
Yeah, she's a little confused on that one. And that is it. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, that was All in the Family. I like when they don't rotate the old stories, which eventually they will start doing. This one was actually pretty interesting, and Archie was bowling and wanted to become a part of the big bowling team.
Well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Now, mind you, this was the 70s. Bowling was a lot bigger than it was now. You guys might remember skating rinks. Those were pretty big from the 70s, more so in the 80s and 90s as well. Came out when disco was a thing in the 70s, and then roller rinks kind of were pretty big in the 80s and then kind of died off in the mid-90s, but myself included as a child did occasionally go to the skating rink, and it was pretty fun to have something to do, and you could stay all day. We do have one here where I live, and it is actually surviving. So it's pretty interesting to see something that's been around for a long time. Here and there still survive. We had a drive-in up until COVID hit, which, you know, it was nice to have. It went under, and I think they're going to tear it down. It was one of the last remaining actual drive-ins in the country, which I think should personally get it a historic site.
The 27 Twin Drive-In will not be opening this summer.
A lot of memories there for a lot of folks, obviously. The family-run business has been open since the late 1960s.
But that's not my decision. So, back to the bowling. It's actually, you know, a fun game. It's been around forever. As we saw, Archie wanted to become a part of the team, and he didn't get it because of something called affirmative action.
Affirmative action is a government or private program designed to redress historic injustices against specific groups by making special efforts to provide members of these groups with access to educational and employment opportunities.
We still have affirmative action, and I don't necessarily believe in affirmative action in and of itself. Now, yes, I do believe that you should hire Black people, Spanish people, Asian people, etc., etc. But I also believe in meritocracy, which is that the job should go to the person who does the job best.
Meritocracy is the notion of a political system in which economic goods or political power are vested in individual people based on talent, effort, and achievement, rather than wealth or social class. Advancement in such a system is based on performance, as measured through examination or demonstrated achievement.
I believe you were brilliant with little, and I believe that you would be brilliant with more. I think for you to think of yourself that only because of a government program you got into this great school is kind of sad, as opposed to relating it to your accomplishments.
And in this case, because they did tie, that would be meritocracy mixed in with affirmative action. Because they tied, well, meritocracy would be, well, we'd have you guys both play again and see who wins that round. But because of affirmative action, they gave it to the black guy. It's fair. I mean, that's, of course, it's up to the club to choose who they allow in their group. Now, do I believe in affirmative action by itself? No, because you don't get the best people for the job all the time. Just because you have to hire a certain amount of ethnic people doesn't mean that those people are the best people for the job, and that's the problem. Yes, I believe that you should naturally hire more ethnic people, whether they be black, Spanish, Asian, or whatever else I'm missing. But I also believe that the job should go to the person who does the job best, which is up to the person who's hiring to make that decision. Does meritocracy work? Yes. So is affirmative action a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's depending on who's using it and how they're using it. Hiring someone just because you have to hire them kind of makes them the token person, which I don't think is right, because as a person who does a job, I want to be based off of my work, not my color of my skin.
My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Which meritocracy does, but affirmative action is kind of the opposite of what Martin Luther King said, which is, judge me based off of the content of my character, not the color of my skin. And the affirmative action is, give me a job because of the color of my skin, not the content of my work. Now, I'm not saying that you being hired because of your ethnicity is in any shape or form, not saying that you can't do or perform that job well. I'm just saying that I'd rather be performance judged rather than the color of my skin, which I get is kind of what they were going for, because people wouldn't hire you just because you were black or Spanish or Asian or whatever. But nowadays we're at that point where I don't think it really matters. The best job should go to the best person who can do that job, no matter what skin color they are. I think that judges and juries shouldn't be able to see the person that they're judging because of that bias within itself, because you can see somebody and then you automatically make a judgment on them without hearing the story. I think that a jury at least should not be able to see, let's say, a murder case, because they're going to say, oh, look, it's this type of person. They don't look like this, this, and this, and then they're going to make assumptions about that person. They should just know the facts of the case without actually seeing the person. But that's just my idea on that, because there is bias against certain types of people when you have a court of people, especially in smaller cities where everyone's basically the same, and if you happen to be not the same as those people, you might be taken as biased.
That's racist.
So yes, this is a pretty interesting episode within itself, and I did enjoy it. Pretty funny, and it's even more funny because Archie, who is usually the bigoted racist guy, got beat by a guy who was the thing that he usually makes fun of or bullies. So all in all, a good episode. I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. That's okay. Nobody sees it anyways. With that being said, I do want to thank you guys for getting this far in the video. Of course, I want to thank all of my subscribers. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
There's one down here, and I think there's one over here, and there will be one at the end of the video up here somewhere. So that's the best way of knowing when I drop videos. And with that, I do again want to thank all of you for getting this far in the video, and we will see you next time. Peace.